All right, are we live? Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Testing. Everybody here? Is everybody here? All right.
Hey,
Let me hear see if you're coming through on the screen. Hold on. Testing. Everybody. All right. Okay, that sounds good. Okay. We have audio. We have audio, everyone. I just want to say
hey.
fuck StreamYard, pain in the ass.
As a
I
staff
wish
record label and a motherfucking crew.
right. I just want to say fuck StreamYard, you bastards. Okay. So we got some guests here. We're gonna be talking about The Boys season 3. One of the best shows of the past decade. One of the best shows currently out there right now.
Yes.
Hits on so many layers, even though it is about assholes in costumes. But we're gonna be talking full spoilers on this one. It's been a busy couple of weeks this whole year. There's a lot of content that we didn't get because of the whole pandemic. They just throwing it out at us, and this is a little crazy, all the stuff that's coming at us right now. But I got some guests with me on the stream, some familiar faces if you've been watching. I got my boy Critical and Ian back again. Let those guys introduce themselves. Y'all figure out who wants to go first.
I'll let you go first, Ian.
Oh, appreciate that. What it do, Jive Turkeys? And I'm glad to be back on the show. We had a great conversation about Kenobi last time, and I'm happy to talk about The Boys because it's not only one of my favorite shows of the year, but probably one of my favorite shows ever. And I know that's a bold thing to say, but I back it up and I mean it.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, what's the word, everyone? This Critical Blue from Critical Blue Reviews. And yes, we're going to be talking about The Boys, one of the best shows, definitely on Amazon Prime. So much we're going to talk about, so much we're going to get into. I'm excited, can't wait.
Yes. And before we get too far into it, don't forget to like the stream and subscribe, man. That Thor stream we did went crazy. I was a little surprised at how many views that shit got. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. So it's stuff's getting out there. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about The Boys. Y'all had mentioned it earlier, but this is a show that is based on the comic book by was it Garth Ennis, and I don't know the artist's name. I've not read the comic. The more I read or hear about it, I'm like, I don't know if I necessarily need to read it because I know it's kind of crazy, but it's just like it's a lot more cynical take on superheroes. Like Preacher is like a very cynical take on religion. So it's like I think this show levels in the satire and the humor and makes it a little more enjoyable, I guess. But have any of y'all read the comic or anything like that?
I've read some of the comic, and also I've done like the Cliff Notes as well. So like I think the first few issues I've read, and then I just started doing Cliff Notes and watching like just reviews of the comics. And going from the comics, it's very extreme about like you got some characters that like the fuck orifices. You know what I'm saying? Anything with a hole in it. Right. And of course you have so many similarity comic like characters like a Batman version or a Thor version or Captain America, which kind of connects to not Homelander but Soldier Boy. So so it's very interesting, but it's out there. It's very out there.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and it comes at a good time where like the comic book movies are at an all-time high. Like it's kind of like the westerns were back in the day, and it's just the series and the comic book is over with. It's been a thing for a minute. I never really looked at it. I did get the Cliff Notes and some of these YouTube breakdowns, but I think it came at a perfect time when it comes to like not just in pop culture when it comes to the love of superhero movies, but just like social commentary of like injustices or sexual assault and all that stuff, all crammed into one. And I feel like from what I hear, they've toned down how shitty people could be in the comics, but they didn't tone it down a lot because people are shitty in real life.
Yeah, the comic is definitely like everyone's a piece of shit except for like I think kind of Huey and maybe Starlight. Starlight is not that big of a character in the book as she is in the show. So yeah, they definitely give more people more to do. Like A-Train's a much deeper character in the show than he is in the book. Same with I think Maeve to a degree and stuff. Certain side characters like MM.
Maeve, by the way,
Frenchie. Oh really? Okay.
A little bit of one.
She does great. But so we're gonna go non-spoilers. I want to say I had mentioned this in the Thor stream, but the way Amazon has switched up the game with the way they dropped this, with the whole, dropping 3 episodes and then giving us 5 after that, I think that is fucking brilliant. It works perfectly. It's a great way to keep, the show in the public eye. It's not like Netflix where they just hit you with like 20 episodes or 15 episodes, and then next thing you know, it's just out of public consciousness by like 3 hours later. So it's like, I like
you're talking about it for 3 hours literally, but like when it comes like week to week, and then you can marinate on it for a little bit. And I like that it's 3 too, because like Disney Plus will do 1 at a time, but I like 3. That's great. And then we marinate on those 3, and then like we have our theories, our discussions, come back. That makes you like love it more. I definitely agree with you, bro.
Anything? Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought Critic will say something. Yeah.
Oh no, I agree. I agree with everything. Yeah, hit the spot.
Oh man, but yeah, because I remember when they first did it, I was like, "Yo, this is some bullshit." And then season 2 just it hit, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And like you said, The Boys is definitely one of those shows that gets better with each season. It's kind of crazy how they manage to do that. Hold on, I gotta text my roommate something real quick. Don't want him to reset the internet and fuck up the whole stream. Anyway, all right, so let's get into it. Sorry, I've been stalling. So things we got to talk about here. We had a new addition to the series that had been built up all the way back in the first season, and that is the man Soulja Boy.
Yule.
Yeah, right.
missed opportunity. As soon as he came out of that cryogenic chamber, they should have played the Soulja Boy, crank that Soulja Boy.
That would have been. I think that would have been a little too cringe even for this show. I'm not gonna. Although maybe someone should have ran that past him though. That actually kind of would have been funny if he would have.
I'm sure somebody brought it up.
Or if he shot that beam and hit what's the name, the female, it should have said you.
Oh God.
That would have been the perfect time.
It would have been subtle. Yeah, it would have been real subtle. Like, did I just hear that right?
That would have been fucked up.
You're Superman now, for sure.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so yeah, Jensen Ackles, when he was first announced, I was like, okay, I guess he's gonna be kind of like Starlight, where he's just gonna, not Starlight, what's her name? Stormfront, where it's just gonna be like super over the top, sort of probably old racist guy. And he wasn't, I gotta say, he wasn't that bad initially. They gave him certain moments where it's like, okay, I kind of get where you're coming from.
He's still a fish out of water.
Oh yeah, he's still a fish out of water, but he's not like, he wasn't as, like, he's a bad person, but he wasn't as evil as I thought he was going to be. He's not like Stormfront, where it's just like, evil Nazi bitch. He's just an asshole dude who's very cocky, very old and set in his ways. But like, he wasn't necessarily, and yeah, he was, killing people and shit. I get that, but he wasn't as evil as I thought he was probably going to be.
He's diet evil. I feel you.
Yeah. Because like, you still got Homelander. Although towards the end, he becomes the big threat. But like, I was surprised at how sort of balanced out this character was. Any thoughts on him, Critical?
Yeah, I mean, the Boomer. I mean, he did his thing.
The
man.
Boomer, yeah.
I wanted to not like him at one point. Like, because he's the villain, but then it was certain instances where they made him more relatable. Like the time where he found out certain information. And he was just kind of like thinking and pondering it over. Now it kind of went to after that. I kind of got confused. I understand the energy he had of finding out the information and not going along with it. But then the secondary information that he got, I felt that he would have taken it in and accepted it because he had a chance to mold that information, but he didn't. He was just like, fuck it. But we'll get to that later. But
yeah. Some of the Homelander stuff. Yeah. Ian?
Oh no. One of the best things about the show is like, as bad as people can be, you understand everybody's point of view, even Homelanders. So I like and it's just telling how good the writing is. Like, there was times, like, of course Soulja Boy is doing douchey things, but like, I understand, man, you want revenge. People did some shitty things to you. I get it. But at the same time, people did shitty things to you for a reason. It sounds like
exactly.
So like every point of view, you're like, wow, even A-Train, he's done douchey things in the past, but you understand his point of view as well. Like, that's what I love about this. So you could sympathize with the evil folks. And I think that especially with the writing of Homelander, he's the most layered character on there. Like, because like he never really was asked to be born, and he kind of was raised the way he was set up in life was he was going to be evil. Like it's kind of the government's fault.
Yeah,
You can sympathize with him to an extent, but then of course when you're going over the top, I gotta I can't sympathize with you there. Yeah, you gotta walk.
The fame gets to you, and you don't know how to act. Yeah, shit crazy.
Absolutely. But I love what they did with him this season. Like he was very conflicted on a couple of things, and I get it.
Yeah, Homelander is the definite. What's his name? Anthony Starr is the definite MVP of this series. I was not familiar with this actor before this show, and he has blown, I think, everybody away with his performance. This guy is.
He would be a perfect Dr. Doom, by the way. I'm voting.
Doom? You thinking Doom? Okay, so we talking about it. There's been some leaks. I don't know if y'all seen it. Some alleged leaks for what's coming at Comic-Con. And they're saying they want him for Dracula and Blade.
Dracula wouldn't be bad either. He'd seem like somebody that would suck somebody's blood without their consent for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can see that. So I don't know. We'll see. But he's great. And Homelander is a fucked up character. But you're right. There's so much moments where you kind of sympathize. Like even though he's dating this Nazi, he felt really bad when she killed herself, and him lashing out, forcing that lady off the rooftop is like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Yeah. Like right here, like what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like you couldn't just let her go and just cry. No, you had to take it out on her. Like, god damn. And all the stuff with him and Stan, where like Stan is like this father figure that he wants his approval, and Stan is like, you really ain't shit, but like you make me money, so I just gotta tolerate you to a degree. Like all of that stuff is great. And then of course we can get more into I will save that. We're talking characters. Another character, of course, that stands out is Billy Butcher. Carl Urban is Billy Butcher. Fucking phenomenal. And I think this season was probably his strongest because we get even more of his him dealing with his family life and his backstory, and how he's there she is. What up, AK? And how he's dealing with his anger. His anger is really getting to him, and how that is really eroding this team, because this team is held together by bubblegum and not even duct tape, bubblegum and scotch tape. And Butcher is doing everything he can to fuck it all up. And
it's held together by StreamYards.
Yeah, right. Yeah. the strongest substance known to man. Yes, it's held together by StreamYards. But like Butcher and his fuckery. Butcher, I don't know about y'all, but by the end of the season, I was really mad at Butcher. Butcher pissed me the fuck off by the end of the season for his actions. How y'all feeling about Butcher?
You want to go first, bro?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I think Butcher, when it came to his backstory, that was a very deep episode. I mean, we already knew a little bit from season 2. We got a little bit deeper of like why, he's just so cold-hearted. Other than that, though, except like HEROGASM, of course, was my favorite episode. Other than that, though, he was basically the same character from every other season. I don't think he stood out as much as possibly other people did. But with that being said, he's still A+ on each season. Like he's still like an iconic character, and hell yeah, I get behind him too. I'd be one of the boys too if he said, "Get on, mate, come join us." I'd be like, "Yes, sir."
Come on, let's take out these cunts, mate. Yeah. No, he's like he's that's the frustrating thing. He's right, but it's just like he always he's kind of like in a way, so like Magneto is like he's got a point, but then like he's a habitual line stepper. He's gonna always cross that line, and it's gonna fuck shit up. And then by the end of the season, I was like, "Yo, all you had to do was just be nice to one kid, and you couldn't do that."
That's everything. The kid's origin story, because you had to be a jerk. Yes,
exactly. Like God, I was so pissed at Butcher by the end of this, and also the stuff with him and Huey.
But you understood why he did it, though. I get it.
Oh, yeah, you definitely understand why. That's what I say. Everybody's got their reasons for what they do. Even go ahead.
Oh no. Finish your statement. You said even.
I was gonna say even what's her name? The politician, Victoria.
Like Victoria Newman.
Yeah. Even with her, you get where she's coming from. With the whole reveal that she's, Stan Edgar's, one of his aces in the holes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which I thought was a pretty cool reveal. I was like, oh, like when it happened, I was like, oh, that makes so much sense that he would be playing both sides of the fence.
I don't think we're over with him though. I think he got something else up his sleeve. I don't think he's tapping out that easy.
I agree.
But as for the Butcher, I really like this character. I mean, like you all were saying, he has that leadership, but it's almost like he's a leader of the Suicide Squad. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he can lead you to your death. You know. But at the same time, I will give him that he actually looks out for his team because he knocked out MM. Yeah. You know, he also knocked out Huey. You know what I mean? But it was just certain things that he's done that I kind of question, like when Starlight gave him information and he didn't tell Huey what the information was. You know what I mean? His thing is he doesn't communicate well. He's a great leader, but he doesn't communicate, and that kind of makes him fall some leagues from not being a leader, I feel. It's all about communication.
Okay. So that's going to be funny. So I'm going to go with we're going to start with the most hated moments. So even though this show was really good, we're going to talk some most hated moments. I'm going to start it off. I kind of already did it with Butcher fucking up towards the end. But another thing that I hated, and he's been a problem throughout most of the series, but this season he really was getting on my nerves. Huey was getting on my goddamn nerves. Huey's bitch ass was getting on my goddamn nerves.
Why?
Go ahead.
This is the first season he kind of grew some balls. I mean, he had to become a heroin addict to grow some balls, but I can appreciate that. Like, he wanted to protect his lady, and he was just going over the top. He was he was becoming an addict, and he was following Butcher's lead and kind of becoming a jerk to an extent. But like, I like that the fact that he stepped up and he got his arm broken just to be part of the team. Like, I was stepping up,
but he was also like, that was cool. But the whole thing with him and Starlight, where he's like, I need to do this to protect you. I'm like, dude, she is bulletproof. She's a hero. Calm the fuck down. She's got it.
That's the male ego though. Like, as much as you want, the truth is, like, she doesn't care, obviously, but it doesn't matter if she cares. You want to feel like you could protect your lady. He
can do something. Yeah. And there's ways he can do it. Like, he can be the info guy. He just got to rely on it. But he wanted to be more in the action or whatever. But like that whole thing with him and Starlight was really annoying the shit out of me. I was like, dude, chill out.
I definitely can see that in real life because as he even broke it down, like, let's say there's some guys that trip when their lady makes more money than them. You know what I mean? Now, at the same time, it could be both ways. It could be the male ego, or if the lady's making more money, or she's going to leave him for somebody who makes more money than him. So in this situation where somebody is stronger, like she's stronger than him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's that like, just like her friend that came out of nowhere that's also a suit. That's what the jealousy came in at.
Yeah.
Now, good or bad, you know what I'm saying? The fact is, somebody is stronger than you and who's able to kind of protect her, even though, he kind of got messed up. But,
they had history. He's stronger and better looking. I can see it. Like, man, give me that compound V.
You could see it. But that was the other thing. He was, like, as she said, that was in the past. Like, dude, I'm over that guy. And Huey was frustrating because it's like, she wants to be with you, and your dumbass is pushing her away. Like, all you had to do was just chill out and just be saving people. But you wanted to be an asshole like Butcher.
Yeah.
And you're going to end up fucking your life up like Butcher. Yeah. And I like the whole dynamic of Huey reminding Butcher of his brother. I think it's a really cool element, which I don't know if that's in the books or not, but I thought that's a really cool element between the two characters. So I'm going to let one of y'all go talk about your hated
definitely
moments.
On the sip juice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he was on the sip juice now. Yeah,
absolutely. I was like, bro, chill the fuck out. But
so the question was, what are our least favorite parts of the series?
Yeah, hated moments. Okay. You can initially jump out at you.
So besides the missed opportunity of them playing Soldier Boy, crank that Soldier Boy.
Yes. Besides that.
I think the finale. I did like it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say I hated it. I kind of wish Maeve would have died. As much as I just said I have a crush on her, as much as I do love the character, I'm not a big fan of like killing people and bringing them back. Like I get it, you know, she's human now, and that's what happens whenever you get affected by whatever Soldier Boy got going on. But like,
yeah,
I think it would have been more ballsy to have her dead. Like that would have been cool.
At the beginning, I had 3 people who I thought were gonna probably die. It was her, Frenchie, and no, those are the main. Oh yeah, and Soldier Boy. I thought either of those 3 were gonna die, and none of those 3 died, and that was kind of surprising. But I definitely thought Maeve.
And I also wasn't a fan of the musical either.
Oh, you didn't like the musical bit?
I didn't. Cool. I think the Umbrella Academy season 3 episode 1 did it better.
Kind of stole this.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. No, you're not wrong on that one. That was fun. But yeah, I was saying I agree with you about. I thought Maeve was gonna die, and she's around. That's cool, you know. That's fine with that. But Crit, anything you didn't care for?
Yeah. I didn't like how they treated Black Noir. I felt like, for me, I thought Black Noir was like a Deadpool / Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe.
I did too. Mixed. I was like, what is this guy's powers? Is he Batman? Is he Deadpool? What's going on?
Because I looked up the actor, because the actor that's playing I'm about to say Deadpool. The actor that's playing Black Noir now isn't the same actor that was on the first ones that was under the suit. So I thought maybe he was
it's 2 actors. So the guy that plays the younger version is a different actor from the guy that normally plays him in the suit. So
correct. Yeah. And so I thought maybe, you know, it was like his race or who he was, you know, pretty much ambiguous. We weren't going to know who he is or who he was. But then it seemed like since we found out he was a black dude, all of a sudden he's got cartoon characters in his head, and now he's weak, and it's just like, what the hell, man? And then
I like the cartoon characters, bro, but I kind of wish they didn't show his face. I love the imagination of what he looks like. Yeah,
really.
I thought the cartoon character, like how graphic it was whenever they show like what happened to him, and I thought that was animated really well. But I would have loved the surprise of what Black Noir looked like. I know he's like Homelander in the comics or whatever, but like I love the mystery of like what does he actually look like, and then like to have him look like some, I don't know, NFL player, it kind of threw me off a little bit. I don't know. Some things are just left to me unseen or unsaid.
Interesting, because I loved all of that shit. I thought that shit was fucking awesome. But I guess we could. Well, yeah, you know what? Fuck it, we're here now. I love the backstory of Black Noir. I thought that was pretty cool. Him wanting to be a bigger star and the system was holding him down. I thought that was interesting. Also, the fact that he's batshit crazy, I thought was kind of fun.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
I thought the cartoons were going to actually be a part of his power. Like they actually
give information. You thought that was
that would be fire.
like in his mind, they'll get the information from somewhere, and he'll get the information. He'll just know it. You know what I mean?
And I agree with what AK is saying. Yeah, the cartoons is to show how fucked up he is, because he had his fucking brain.
The cartoons was really, really well animated, and I loved how they showed the story of it. I loved it.
Yeah. Right.
And then I would say I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, Chris.
No, and the other thing was, man, I'm not enjoying the theme of MM being attacked by penises and getting busted. Why won't they do the butcher? You know what I'm saying? Why won't Huey go?
You know what?
Same with all of that, with these black people going through this stuff, man.
You know what?
Maybe it's my half white side. I think that the penis thing that's like a constant joke with him is hilarious. Like as soon as the door opened and that penis came out, and it's just like, you know, bringing it back to like season 2, I died laughing. And he's like, if you don't get that goddamn, what do you call it?
Love sausage. That's his name.
If you don't get that love sausage out my gut.
That's a character's name in the comic. Now I will say I love MM, but you know you're right, because when they did it in season 2, I was like, oh, so the black dude had to be the one to get the dick on him. Okay, understand. And then this one is like, okay, y'all just doing the most right now. Even though I love this character, he's like my favorite. You
think they're gonna do it in season 4 again? You think it's gonna be an ongoing?
Goddamn right. You know they will. They gonna figure out something.
I hope they do. It's hilarious.
They gonna figure out something, But anyway, or he might cut dude's dick off. I don't know. He doesn't have any powers. But that's actually hilarious for for hated moments. That's understandable. I definitely give
poor
them.
guy. He got super soaked that whole.
Oh yeah, that's right. And he's a
Yeah.
germaphobe. That's right. And he's a germaphobe. Yeah, he was so mad when
I
they
would've
messed
been
up his jacket. They messed up his jacket. He said, "Get
I
this
know.
stinking shit on my jacket." As soon as he opened that door, I was like, "God damn it!" Okay, so those were some of the, and like I said, oh yeah, we said I said I hated Butcher. So now we're here. We're gonna talk about some of the most shocking moments. And I think we all kind of know what's the first one to bring up, which was the first episode with the termite.
Oh, yeah.
The termite, the shrinking hero who we had seen before, I think in the first season.
Yeah.
He has a name, and he shrinks down and jumps inside some dude's dick hole, and then he sneezes, goes back to normal size, and rips that guy into pieces. I was like, I remember watching that. I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? Because when he shrunk down, I was like, oh, he's about to go in that guy's ass. And I'm like, well, that's a weird looking ass. I was like, oh no, that is something else. Oh my.
You said that's a weird looking ass.
Somebody else thought that too.
I was like, oh, he's about to go in his ass. Okay, then it's like, oh, wait a second, that's weird. Oh no, never mind. And then that happened, and yeah, that was a whole thing that had everybody going. Any other some of your favorite shocking moments throughout the series, Ian?
I would say I did love that part just because, like, after season 1, I was like, how are they going to top this with the,
they find a way. They find a way.
They do. I'm just like, I feel like I'm a very creative person. I'll give myself props though. Even I could not have thought of something like that. That is crazy. Mm-hmm. So I love that just because it was just episode 1. Like, okay, this is just the beginning. You don't know what's going on after this. HEROGASM, of course, not only my favorite episode of the season, but probably my favorite episode of all the boys. I just love that Batman versus Superman style fight that they had going on. Amazing. Mm-hmm. Having Homelander scared for the first time in his life, getting jumped. Huey just jumping in there at the last minute naked. Hilarious. That, and I did like there was another part I loved. Shit. Of course, we talked about the Butcher. Whenever that dude got into Butcher's head was very good.
Mindstorm, right?
Mindstorm, yeah. And I did like the cartoon stuff, as we were saying as well, like the whatever happened to Soldier Boy as well. But I loved all of it, and there was a lot of shocks, twists. Oh, my last thing I wanted to say, the stuff that happened between who's the guy that runs? Sorry.
And
Edgar?
No, the runner.
Oh, A-Train.
A-Train, yeah. So the Black Lives Matter situation with A-Train, and then how he got revenge, like dragging him. It's just how deep, like, his brother just didn't want that and stuff like that. Like the whole Soup Lives Matter thing, and just how it's just like so relevant to what it is today. I just love that. Like to me, it should never be like it should never be a two sides of the spectrum of like stop killing black people. We should be all be on the same page of this, but
yeah. Some people feel otherwise. Yeah. But no, that's great moments right there. Critical. Some of the shocking moments that stand out to you that you can remember.
The shocking. I would say this. The first one definitely piggybacking off of Ian was the A-Train. Like the whole, not Kardashian. What was the youngest sister where it was supposed to be?
Kylie. Was it Kylie?
Kylie, yeah, where they drunk the Coke or Pepsi or something. Mm-hmm. She hands it to the police guy, and everybody is happy. Yeah. I like they put that in there. I like the fact how like they just treated him. They just like treat him like he was a piece of shit. Like the parts where when they gave him the heart of that racist cop. I forgot the superhero cop name. You said
Blue Hawk.
What's his name? Blue Hawk. Yeah. So when he got the heart, and old girl was like, yeah, saying the little cliches and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're back in the game. Yeah, you come on.
Yeah. He was getting his Negro reality check. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was pretty
A-Train's
cool.
My friend.
Yeah, right. Me and A-Train, we're best friends,
Right.
That was a rough sequence.
And and then going into when he was dragging what's the name? Blue what?
Blue Hawk.
Blue Hawk.
Blue
Yeah,
Hawk.
I forgot.
When he was dragging Blue Hawk.
Yeah, gonna nerve since season 1, episode 1. No, A-Train. You know what? Okay, let's talk. So no, A-Train, they're slowly trying to rehabilitate him, and I didn't think he could be, but like it's kind of crazy how they're going about it. But you're right. He's a piece of shit, and I like that. Not only does what's her name, Ashley, throws it in his face, but like even his own family like acknowledges, like, dude, like when he shows up in the when he shows up in the costume and he's like, yeah, I'm doing this for the culture, and they like, when have you ever cared about the culture? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, all you care about is you and money. And I
made
like
a good point about that.
Yeah, and I like the dichotomy. There was a line he said where he's like, I'm not, because it's like his brother wants him to do something about Blue Hawk, and he's like, look, I'm not Malcolm X, I'm Michael Jordan. And I was like, that's a very good line, and it very encompasses him and other people too, with who's fame or power or whatever. It's like, I really just want the focus on the money and not necessarily using my fame or influence to help necessarily other people, and how that all bit him in the ass by bringing Blue Hawk there, his brother getting hurt, and like you said, him killing Blue Hawk. Which I didn't think he was going to kill him the way he did, but when he dragged him through the street,
crazy.
That was wild. I was like,
that was hard. Yeah.
But the most surprising part about him was like that sincere apology. Like he really meant that.
Yeah.
But it was too late.
When
he didn't know how to take it.
Right. Yeah. Huey wanted to fight, and understand Huey on that point too, because like killed his girlfriend. Yeah, so it's like, but A-Train, and then like of course A-Train is still a piece of shit because he ratted out Supersonic.
Yeah.
Which Supersonic, he seemed like a nice guy, but he was also an idiot, because it's like you don't know everybody on this team. You can't be just trusting them willy-nilly like that. And that bit him in the ass. So yeah, but no, A-Train's it's an interesting character, even though he doesn't have that much screen time. It's like they've been giving him more and more each season, and it's an interesting duality with the character. But
I would say this too, as for a shocking moment, before we move on. One thing that did shock me was the Maeve Billy Butcher scene. I thought the LGBTQ was going to come at them. I was like, oh, they about to go in, but I didn't hear anything.
Well, they said she's bi.
She's bi, yeah. So I mean, I was initially surprised too. I was like, wow, that's a hookup that I didn't know I wanted to see. It was awesome. It's like he hates Soups, and she's like, I hate him too, even though I am.
Yeah, exactly.
She's like a coon for she's like a coon for superheroes.
Right, exactly. Oh, you hate him? Oh, I want you more. Yeah, I was like, oh, this is some wild shit. This is so wild. You know, Butcher, after he finished, he threw up because he's that hardcore. You know he did. But yeah, that was crazy.
Me sick, mate. I get it.
Yeah, you make me sick. But yeah, that was wild. Like I said, Maeve is a wild one. Maeve is she's at the,
I love her though.
Yeah, she's at the end of her rope. But for more shocking moments, I want to talk about the some stuff with the Deep. So the Deep in his storyline.
Octopus. Wow.
So I like the bit where he's on the book tour and he's trying to rehabilitate his image. And he's got like the TV movie, he's got the new wife, and they're all trying to make him seem like he's not a piece of shit, even though we know he is. And he has this, as we've seen, he has this fetish where he likes to fuck sea animals, and it's getting out of hand. I gotta say, it's getting out of hand. And then also the bit where he's forced to eat his octopus friend. Homelander forces him to eat his octopus friend.
So sad.
That was pretty fucked up.
I didn't understand why he did that. What was the purpose for that?
He's showing his power. He's just an asshole.
Yeah, he knows that he likes to fuck animals or sea creatures, so that's why he did it. You know,
and
at the end, remember he's like
talking.
You remember at the end when he was lecturing everybody too? He's like, "You're bald, and you turn on your own people, and you fucked an octopus. I hate you guys. You're not my family."
yeah. He's like, "You guys are pieces of shit." Yeah. That was a good moment too when he's like, "Man, I wanted a super team because I thought I was gonna get a family, and I got you assholes." Like, I was that's kind of fun. But like, what's his name? Chase Crawford, the actor. The Deep is another character where it's like, I fucking hate this guy for what he did to Starlight. But they keep bringing him back. Like the whole second season was just him as a big joke, and he's still a joke, but it's just crazy how they've kept this character in the mix for so long. It's really, really creative.
And didn't he kill the president, or was it the vice president?
It was either the vice or somebody running. Yeah, it was.
He was somebody running. Yeah, he was somebody running, and he had him kill him. And
so
that
leads...
leads.
What's her name could be the vice president, right?
Well, she's in the running, but like they wanted to kill the opposition, so it'd be easier for them to get into the White House. But she's definitely going to take over, I think, in the next season, which we'll get into that later. Another shocking moment was Kamiko, where she was in Russia and she was fighting the Russian goons and she killed them all with dildos. That was hot. That was themed after the Seven. I thought that was crazy. That was one. What was another? I'm trying to think.
Side note: if you ever watch this cartoon on Netflix called Kipo, it's her. She's the voice of Kipo. Very good cartoon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, Kipo. All right. When they went to Vaughtland and they had the different food vendors. That shit was hilarious. They had the what was it? Queen Maeve's all-inclusive palace. They had the woke walk, BLM BLTs, and LGB turkey legs. That shit had me crying.
That's not wrong. That's what the people do nowadays. They hop on
crying.
What other corporation doesn't hop on stuff like that? It's
exactly.
Very true.
And that's where we get into this show where it is very relevant. It is so crazy how relevant this show is. And then some people complain about wokeness and politics, and I think The Boys plays it very well. It's smart, but it also is making fun of various sides of the spectrum, wherever you land at. Whereas that's where it's kind of hard to attack it. Like some people got upset last season for some weird reason when they brought up the whole Nazis and the alt-right stuff. People got really upset with that. And I'm like, I don't know why that would trigger you.
Nazis suck. Then
apparently. Exactly, apparently. But then this season where you got Homelander, who's clearly modeled after Donald Trump in certain ways. Like it's very obvious that's what they're going after. But then you have Victoria's character, who's clearly what's the lady, like sort of like an AOC, Kamala Harris sort of thing going on. Yeah, I'm about to say Kamala Khan. No, I'm not going to disrespect her.
Miss Marvel.
I'm not going to disrespect Miss Marvel. She's fine. I'm not disrespecting her. But and then you got this stuff with what was that character's name? Gunpowder, who's like the super pro-gun guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you can't trust the media and but join the National Rifle Vault Association. It's like it's all corporate. Everything is ran by both sides, whether it's the heroes with with Homelander, and then you got Victoria who wants to get Starlight on her side. And I like that Starlight is like, look, I'm not dealing with either of you guys, because both of y'all are full of shit. Exactly. And I respect that the show is able to stride that line and kind of like play both sides. How y'all feeling about that?
Well, I 100% agree. Like political views, aside, I feel like I'm a centrist myself. I lean more so like left when it comes to social issues, but like at the end of the day, I feel like I'm middle. I don't choose a side. If you're black, you shouldn't choose a side anyway, because this is America, but that's a different subject. But I do like that they look, whatever side you're on, you definitely need to learn how to laugh at yourself or be aware of the evils of the side that you choose. And I think that's great that they do that with both sides. Because obviously, like you said, mirrors of Donald Trump, the stuff that he's said and done, mirrors. And of course, like how the left as well with her can be like doing evil things on the behind the scenes as well. I loved it. I mean, like I said in the beginning, this is a very, very well put together mirror of America.
Yeah, I agree. And also was interesting, Homelander's fans, like it's one of those things where, like you said, I think great example. You said Trump said, hey man, I can do this to somebody and they'll still vote for me. And then Homelander just killed
basically
somebody.
Did it. Yeah.
Did it. It was like, and what's his name?
Todd or something like that.
Yeah.
Where is he? Yeah. Hold on. I got him in here. Hold on. I got him on the Dick Rider. There we go. Yeah. This guy.
There he is, yeah.
The fucking worst, by the way.
He started off the slow clap,
He was like,
yeah. And he's the reason why. And he's the reason why season 4, like Homelander, is basically just gonna do whatever he wants. I could see a scene with like all his supporters literally storming the Capitol, like a mirror of what happened in real life. But I
yes,
could see like his
do think
supporters
that's
like
gonna
blindly
happen.
following him.
I do think something like that's gonna happen. But
Yeah.
so but yeah, and then like the corporate this is what's so scary about it, because this show came out at the midway of June, right?
Right.
And then friggin' Thor Love and Thunder had that commercial. I don't know if you guys saw it, where Valkyrie, Tessa Thompson is doing the credit card commercial.
Oh,
Did y'all see? Did y'all see that?
In Thor Love and Thunder, didn't she do like a Old Spice commercial too?
That was
in the movie. Yeah,
that was in the movie. Yeah.
Okay,
That was in the movie. Yeah. But they had an actual commercial to promote the movie where they had the Valkyrie characters selling insurance, and I was like, "Yo, this is like that cringy shit that they have on The Boys, where they would have I'm like, this is so fucking weird. How like real and like relevant this shit kind of is. Like, even though we don't have actual superheroes, we still have this type of shit, and it just hit me. Like, it happens, but it's like it's happened before, but it was just so funny seeing it juxtaposed to this show, and I'm like, God damn it, fucking Vought is Amazon and Disney and all the other companies. This is so it's just so fucking ridiculous how it's just so ridiculous how relevant that was. What was another shocking moment? Homelander getting jerked off by Stormfront while she was on her deathbed.
Did you remember? Like, did you think of Captain America when he was talking to Peggy on her deathbed?
I didn't, but I saw a meme and I was like, they switched it around where it was Peggy and Cap, and I was like, yo, that is wild. I was like, I didn't even think of that, but that is crazy.
That's hilarious.
That is crazy. Yeah. So those are some of the shocking moments.
I want to give the boys also production props, because like, first of all, it's really good CGI. You know, for this season, it was filmed during the pandemic, and so was The Umbrella Academy, and so was Thor Love and Thunder. Out of all three of those shows I just mentioned, this one seemed like the less obvious that it was filmed during the pandemic. As much as I loved The Umbrella Academy, you could tell sometimes like they kept it.
Yeah, because they're all in that one set. Yeah,
exactly. You could definitely tell, like with the CGI as well, with that too, that it was filmed during the pandemic. Thor: Love and Thunder, I could talk about that shit all day. You could definitely tell that was filmed during a pandemic. But this one, like, it was creatively wise. You could definitely tell. Like, I mean, you can't tell that it was filmed during the pandemic, and I got to give props to the production on that.
That's what's up.
That's a very good aspect to bring up. So what was it? So another group of characters that are always like off to the side, but their stories are really good too, and that's Kimiko and Frenchie. I gotta say, those two are great. And like I said, I thought Frenchie was gonna die, and I'm kind of happy that he didn't, because I like the whole getting more into his backstory of him being like the everybody's sort of lapdog, and him finally trying to break out of that mode. I thought it was pretty good, even though he, got violated and almost died with the Russian goons and shit. But I love these two.
Yeah, I'm with you. I actually thought that he was going to die too. Just the fact that they were getting closer, because some movies or shows will do that. They'll keep characters far away, and just when the audience is like they need to be together, as soon as they get together, somebody dies to make it more compassionate. So yeah, I'm with you. I really thought one of them was going to die, mainly Frenchie.
Yeah. No, I agree too. I thought he was going to die as well. That is one thing I kind of wish. I like that Frenchie and Kimiko were together. Like, they obviously belong together. Their chemistry works. But I want to see Frenchie and Kimiko like interact a little bit more with the other boys, and hopefully we'll get that in the season 4, because they were off to the side basically the whole season.
Yeah.
Right.
But hopefully we can get them. Like, I like to see people switch it up a little bit. I want to see like maybe Frenchie hanging out with Starlight, or Huey hanging out with Kimiko, or something like that. I don't know.
We can get that.
I would say this though, like that was another thing I did kind of like. It was like I like small things in series. Like, some people like totally look over to be like, that's not really that important. I did like how Starlight was bonding with certain people. Like, she did bond with the female a little bit, or Kimiko a little bit.
For
you know what I mean? Like, and then I think she bonded with MM. You know what I'm
saying? Her and MM are a good team.
They're besties, for sure.
Yeah, so Ian, that's a great point. Like, I did enjoy them kind of going outside the box just a little bit. But I see what you mean. Like just go out the box a little bit further in missions and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yo, hey, there he is. What up, Alex? What's up, man?
Hey, that's my boy right there.
That's
good,
the homie. That's your homie right there. Yeah. How you feeling? How you feeling about the boys? Let us know. But yeah, Starlight's another character that's I think's gotten better as the show goes on, and the whole Homelight shit was fucking great. Where Homelander's basically kind of holding her hostage. It's like, oh, you want to be team captain? I'm going to make sure you regret every moment of that decision.
He forced a relationship on her. That's crazy. I don't know how many times that happens in Hollywood, but I'm sure it happens a lot.
You about to get blocked. You about to get blocked, Alex. Don't do that.
Oh yeah, block him. No.
You about to get blocked with this nonsense right here.
Yeah, let me tell y'all something about Alex real quick before we move on, though. Alex said one time on his show, he said that Martin Lawrence taught Eddie Murphy everything he knows, and I about slapped him through the camera. I about slapped him through the camera when he said that.
He said what now?
He said Martin Lawrence is the reason Eddie Murphy does multiple characters.
I
almost spit my word out. I
wanted to put my foot in his ass. I love him to death, though. That's my boy. But when he said that, I still bring it up. This happened over a year ago, but I will never forget that. Was
that one of the real debates? I think I saw that.
It was a real debate.
It was. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
I forgot we were even debating. I was like, "Yo, you got to fight me now. Why would you even say something like that?"
Crazy. AK just clutched her pearls.
Yeah, right. We need to pray for his. Exactly. He ended up like Black Noir.
Who doesn't love Martin Lawrence? But that's a damn lie. He did not teach Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy is the GOAT.
He was looking like Black Noir with his hair cracked open when he said that. Nah, let me stop. But what was I saying? But Starlight. Starlight was dope. And I like that she's with the boys now. She's finally out of the system. She's like, fuck this. I'm just gonna hang with them. I'm not a superhero anymore. I like when she exposed them on the IG and when she was recording them where you got to let that go. Yeah, they let that one go.
Hell no.
But I like when she recorded Homelander and exposed them and all of that. Yeah, that was very smart.
But you know what? In this day and age, and I could see this in season 4, people will say it's fake news. No,
I mean, that's what they were saying at the end, but he was saying like she had like a child trafficking ring or some shit like that.
Right.
You're right.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus, and the people was falling for it. It was like the boyfriend and Blue Hawk. He was like, oh, which is even funny. He becomes CEO essentially of the company. He's on the news station that his company owns, and he's still like, oh, this is fake news. You guys are trying to hold me down. You guys are trying to make me look bad. And I'm like, you own that station. What are you talking about? Like,
is it shocking though? Like this happens in 2022.
It's not shocking at all. But it's just like just how upfront and how blatant this show is. Where it's like, dude, you run this news station. And they're giving you softball questions and you can't handle it. Like, what is wrong with you?
Right.
That's crazy, man.
This show is fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
it really is. This show is fucking and sad. Like, and there's so many episodes at the end of certain episodes. So I'm just like this, like the one where he snapped and he was at the birthday thing, and he's like, I'm better than you. I'm the best. Like, you guys can't control me. And I got suppressed. I was like, someone could say that, and they would totally be like praising the fuck out of it, which is exactly what happens.
That happens all the time, especially with Trump, man. I don't mean to keep bringing that lame up, but like they did a good job mirroring what he actually does. Like, and it's hard not to like target him because he's put such an impact in our country. Like he's divided our country. Like people are questioning reality and stuff like that. And it's basically a great mirror. Like he can literally say and do whatever he wants, and he'll still have his followers. And I think that's a great point that they did with Homelander. And it's a great origin story for a villain.
Absolutely. Speaking of origin stories, since we already talked about it, the other two apparently shit on it. Black Noir. I fuck with Black Noir. I like I already said it. I like seeing his black backstory. Seeing his black story. I like seeing that. That was cool.
Story.
And like you were saying with Stan Edgar, because in the comics, and this is kind of what could potentially happen. In the comics, Black Noir is a clone of Homelander. And we see that Black Noir was like the lapdog of mainly Stan Edgar. He was one of Stan's other aces in the hole. I could see, since he's dead, I can see there being 2 Black Noirs next season because since he's in the suit where no one knows what he looks like, they can replace him as some random guy. I think that's going to happen. But I could also see Stan either having a clone of the original Black Noir coming back and being like a little bit more souped up to kind of help fight against Homelander and Victoria. But that's just a thought that I could see happening.
Actually, I heard from one of the directors I read. I don't know if it was fake news or not, but speaking of fake news, I don't know if it was fake news or not, but I did read that they were supposed to be bringing Black Noir back for the 4th season, but he's going to be a different version of Black Noir. Now, what that entails and what you're saying, that's a possibility. I didn't think about it that way. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, because someone that brought that up. I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. He is just some guy in a suit. They can just replace him, out of the blue, and that I think is going to be funny to see whoever they get to fill that role. But then I can also see Stan coming back with another version of Black Noir.
I actually had that theory, and I love that we have the same theory. I think remember earlier when I said that I think we're not seeing the last of Stan Edgar. I think he has something up his sleeve. I really think he has like some insurance when it comes to like Homelander. Like you see how calm he was when Homelander was basically like, "Yeah, I'm in charge. You're not scared, are you?" He's like, "Nah, you just bad product." Like I think he has something up his sleeve. Like he and him and Black Noir had like some type of connection back in the day.
They had some sort of connection,
yeah. So I think he has like either a clone of Homelander ready, like in the comics, or he has either that, or they're gonna go with the nobody knows Black Noir is dead, so we're gonna put someone else in the suit thing. It's gonna be one of the two. I'm hoping for the Stan Edgar choice, though. I think that's gonna be dope.
And AK brings up an interesting thing. Some people, a lot of people have been saying this since season 1 that Stan might secretly has powers that he's kept hidden over the years. That's possible. I don't think that's the case though, but I wouldn't be against it. You know what I'm saying? The only reason I say I don't think it's the case because he went out of his way to get Amanda. What's her name? Victoria, or Nadia, or whatever the hell her name was. Yeah, Newman. As sort of his thing. So he could have powers. I could see him probably pulling up in like some Iron Man bullshit. We go like Ironmonger, Obadiah Stane type of fuckery. But I don't know. But I wouldn't be against seeing Stan Edgar pop up and do some supervillain shit. I guess I'd be fine with that. But
did you hear the rumor? Esposito, the actor, is supposed to might be playing Professor X.
I think he'd be a great Magneto, to tell you the truth. But I mean, I heard that rumor too, though. But I think
I've heard that rumor. I think he'd be fun. I'd prefer him as Professor X over Magneto because I'm kind of tired of seeing him as a villain. So
he's always a villain.
Yeah. Right. I'm kind of tired of seeing him as a villain. So I'd be fine.
All right. Well, him as Professor X and then Denzel as Magneto.
I can't support that one. But
what Professor X? I mean, Magneto is basically Malcolm X, and Denzel has played Malcolm X.
Yo,
bar, son! I killed it. Yes, give me my flowers.
I didn't think of that one. Oh god!
There you go. That's why I'm on Real Debates, killing it all the time. Ain't that right, Alex?
God. Yeah, I'm so excited for that. But anyway, not as Magneto. I don't need Denzel as Magneto. Also, I can't picture Denzel putting on that suit at this point at his age. Him willingly putting on a X-Men costume. I just don't.
Maybe he just did Macbeth though. He looked a damn fool, but
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Updated. Yeah, they can still do updated. I just don't. Yeah,
they gotta update it. There's no way you could do a World War II story now. There's
true. But you know what? This is a whole nother. Anyway,
sorry,
Since we're here, since we brought it up here. But like in the '90s cartoon, he wasn't a Holocaust survivor. He was just a guy who survived a genocide, so they can get around it. But
they could do like a Rwanda story,
or Rwanda, or Rwanda, civil rights instead of World War II. But does it have to be so on the nose? Anyway, but yeah, let's get back to the boys. See, I want something a little more nuanced, slightly than just stamp of hey, it was the civil right. Anyway, where was I? Was that Black Noir, right? Was that what the hell we were talking about? I'm so confused now.
Yeah, we were
Black
on Black Noir, and we were talking about like
And who was under
if
the
he's coming back
costume?
and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, him coming back. Yeah, him coming back. But yeah, and Stan Edgar. Okay. I remember now. Let's get back into cause we had started him off earlier, but friggin' Soldier Boy. Cincinnati. You no, but like not just him, but the whole idea of him being the rock star that he was, and us seeing the legend character with Paul Reiser, which I did enjoy. I didn't know Paul Reiser was gonna be playing this guy. I thought they was gonna get like Peter Dinklage or something, since he's like smaller. He's like a smaller guy in the comics or something. But I thought Paul Reiser did pretty good as this character, and all the little in jokes of like the different people he banged back in the day, and all the drugs that Soldier Boy did, and how like Soldier Boy was like he helped start the HEROGASM with Liberty, aka Stormfront. I don't know if y'all caught that, but that was fucking funny.
And it blew my girl's mind when I said that's the same dude from Stranger Things.
Yeah. Back to back. He was getting them checks.
Totally
Paul
different
Reiser,
character, yeah.
Yeah, Paul Reiser getting them checks, man. He
Yes,
said, "I'm
sir.
still here." But and the whole thing where Soldier Boy is a fake hero. You know, he was at D-Day 2 weeks later.
Photo ops, yep.
Yeah, photo ops. He was like, "What did he do? Anything heroic?" He's like, "Well, he had a fire hose in Birmingham. He shot some kids at Kent State, and he may have shot Kennedy. I don't fucking know. Like it's like some fucking comedian shit from Watchmen type shit going on." But seeing the way like how the team was the payback team was the ones that set him up, I thought was pretty good too, because the whole mystery of like, was it the Russians? Was it a secret weapon? It was like, no, his team just got tired of him, and they wanted to make way for a new hero, which I thought was a really good way of taking this character, because he's also a parallel of Homelander in a scary way, and then of course the other connections between the two I thought was great. So excuse me, I'm just rambling, but yeah.
Are you good?
But
did y'all see that coming, that he was his father? I kind of saw it coming, but I was like,
no,
I crossed my mind.
It crossed right. I kind of was like, I could see it, but I was like, they're not gonna do that. And
that's exactly what I said.
Well, he's not technically his dad. He's like a clone of him, right, or something like that, or is he genetically?
He's a donor. He's basically like a donor. Like his his sperm. And then a lot of people was like, "Oh, does that mean that Stormfront is his mom?" And
that would be hilarious.
She could be
hilarious.
Because if they use him as the sperm, then who did they use as the egg? You know what I'm saying? They could have had Stormfront. But then I was thinking in a way it could have been Stillwell, because Stillwell was working for the company, and she probably wasn't high up in the ranks, but she could have been like a copy girl or something, and they probably just had like certain employees maybe donate, maybe she donated her eggs or something, and they could have used her as the potential mother. I don't know, but that's kind of what. Yeah, she said, "Yup, yeah." That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Stillwell might actually be his mom or something like that. But that's just me, just to make it even more fucked up.
Stillwell is who Soldier Boy killed, right?
No. That was the lady that was running the blonde lady from the first season. They got
the one that he was obsessed with and always
he was obsessed with, drinking the milk and all of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Would she have been old enough for that? Yeah. Well, she would have been, like I said, she would have been young in the company. It would have been early on. Man, then again, I don't know. That's a good thing. That's where it drops out, because he was being created. He was born around 84. Yeah, Stillwell is around Homelander's age. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, she's a little bit older than Homelander, but you're right. That's where it gets a little tricky. See, that's why I was thinking. It's like, yeah, this was when she was like a copy girl, maybe. Like she was just new into the company, and they might have did something. But it's a bit of a stretch, yes. But I was trying to make it even more fucked up than what other people were saying. So that's just me. But yeah, the reveal the reveal that he's his dad, us finding out that what's his name, Soldier Boy's dad was kind of an asshole to him. Oh, we lost Ethan. He'll hop back in.
Okay.
He messaged me. Yeah, I think he fell out. Hold on. My internet went out. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, his internet went out. He'll hop back in. I'll send him the link again.
Okay.
That's fine. But the idea that he had a dad that was a piece of shit to him, and how his whole, once again, Soldier Boy's whole life is a farce. You know, him supposed to be from the south side of Philly, and he grew up on the streets, and then we find out like, no, that's not the case. His dad was like one of the richest guys in town, but his dad was also like sort of abusive, but like not physically, but just like calling him a piece of shit. And his dad was kind of like, oh, you're not a real man because you took the short way out. Like all of that stuff was interesting. And like, oh, I'm disappointed. And just for him to turn around and go to this other guy who he feels is his son, is like, you're a fucking disappointment. That's
right.
Like, shit is.
And I saw that coming, because when they first revealed that, you know, Soldier Boy was Homelander's father, I was like, he's not going to like Homelander's personality. Yeah, he bullies everybody around who doesn't have powers and stuff like that. But at the same time, you know, Homelander, he's needy. You know what I mean? He needs audience. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's an actor. You know what I mean? That's what he reminds me of. But the shocking thing with me is the fact that Soldier Boy didn't accept Homelander's son. He didn't accept his grandson. And I felt like he had an opportunity to mold him in the man who he wanted to be, but he just kind of tossed him aside. I was like,
that's a good point too. I was kind of shocked with that too, where he when he sees the kid. I guess because he's like, I don't want to deal with any of y'all. You know, I don't know. It's like Homeland. I don't know. That was I agree, because I thought maybe he would have been like, get away from the kid and maybe try to take the kid in. That's a very good point. I thought that.
Yeah, because he even mentioned, I think, to Billy, it was either Billy or Huey, and he was talking about he had some kids out there somewhere. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like he didn't mind being a father. That's where I got from it. So
yeah. But I guess after seeing Homeland, he's like, look, if this guy's a trade wreck, I know that little kid's a fucking trade wreck too. Because he would have said the same thing. Because that's what Homelander said to Ryan in the second season, where he was like talking to the mom, is like, you're raising him like a pussy. So it would have just been another cycle of toxicness. So I guess Soldier Boy was right to just like cut it all off. But I guess that was like I said, another hated moment. I hate what Butcher did, him being a dick to Ryan, forced Ryan right into his dad's hands. Which,
right,
God damn it, I was so mad when that happened. I was like, fuck, this little shit is gonna be the worst now.
Yeah,
just the absolute worst. And a lot of people point out, I don't know if you ever saw this movie. What the hell was it? Brightburn.
Brightburn.
I don't know if you ever saw this movie, Brightburn, but it was like, yeah, he's gonna turn into the Brightburn kid, and I'm like, yeah, that's very accurate. They might. I don't know. The movie I think was that great. Yeah, Butcher just activated Brightburn. He really did. I was like, fuck it, Butcher, what are you doing?
Yeah, no communication.
No communication. Your wife said, take care of the kid. And he couldn't even do that.
No.
He didn't even have to raise him. Somebody else was raising him. Just had to be.
Just be present. Just be present. Drop some gems on him. Do some things with him. That's it, man. And talk to him and teach him about life, man. That's all.
Exactly.
But yeah. So that was a real interesting story. I wonder what's going to happen. I wonder if he's going to be a badass, or will he come to his senses by season 4?
I hope he does. I hope he does, because that would be really disappointing. I mean, he could just become just another little asshole. He'll probably be sort of like what's his name? Anakin. He'll probably have like some Anakin Skywalker vibes. He'll be very bratty, and hopefully they can turn him to the good side by the end of it. Who knows? Because Butcher could be fucking dead, because they have the whole thing where the V is killing him. You take 5 doses, and then you bring the Swiss cheese.
Right. But then also too, I was thinking about that. But also Butcher got out of the psychosis or whatever type of what's the guy who had the powers? He would put you in this hypnosis where Butcher had to keep reliving his childhood.
Mindstorm.
Mindstorm. Yeah, he got out on his own right before Mindstorm. Because if you notice, Mindstorm kind of looked confused when Butcher got out. It wasn't like Mindstorm got him out and everything was fine. Mindstorm was like, "What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's what happened. I think that Butcher might have a strong mind. Who knows?
It's you know what? Yeah, that's going to be the thing. How does we can get into like some of the stuff that could happen, like what's going to happen next. But yeah, that's a good point. That's an interesting way of reading that scene. I don't know what the hell they're going to do because they got to go after what's her name now, Victoria, because she's going into the White House, and they got a new team, they got a new location, but they don't have the government funding. So I don't know. So that's going to be interesting. Is she going to turn on them, or do they have to go back underground? Because Mallory is going to be pissed because Ryan's gone, so Mallory's probably going to still be trying to help them out, and it's going to be cool to see them now that they got two superpowered people on the team. They got Butcher, who's probably going to be even more of a death wish. Huey's going to still be a wreck. MM, I guess, is feeling a little bit better. That's another person we didn't talk about, which we can get into before we go to what's next. MVP of the show. Who is your MVP of the show?
My MVP of the show. That's a great question. I would have to say, I probably would have to say Butcher, man. Because I would have to say Butcher. I mean, because Butcher actually pulled everything together. I mean, he got everybody to the promised land. I mean, they didn't execute. I mean, actually, they won. They won the battle. They didn't win the war. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the war's still going on.
Yeah, so I would have to say Butcher. I mean, he's always getting he's always getting women. You know what I'm saying? He messed up with his son. You know what I'm saying? He got a chance to fight Homelander, a mano a mano, or somewhat. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Epic. That was so epic.
I have to say Butcher, man. I have to say Butcher.
Okay. For me, hold on. Butcher was dope. Don't get me wrong. As much as Butcher was fucking up, Butcher was dope as shit.
Yeah.
He was definitely as he kept saying, "Scorched earth, mate. Scorched earth." Right. And I'm like, you motherfucker. But for me, I'm gonna have to go with my man MM.
That was gonna be my second choice. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Laz Alonso, I'm not familiar with this actor before this series, but he does a great fucking job in this role.
He used to be on BET. He was like
that's probably why I wasn't familiar with him. I don't keep up with BET. So anyway,
he's like old school. He used to be like a talk show host or something like that.
Really?
So,
okay.
Yeah, he came up. He wasn't an actor at first.
Good for him. But MM fucking great. The whole thing with him and his family life, which I thought was pretty heartbroken that he went through all of that bullshit just for his wife to leave him and marry that goofy ass guy. I was like, that sucks, but that's kind of real. Like sometimes that happens to certain guys when they try to do the best, even though they've been fucking up. They try to do their best, and then it just doesn't work out. So that dichotomy was really interesting. The whole origin with what Soulja Boy did to his family, we finally know he threw the fucking car through the house and killed his grandfather, and his dad died trying to get legal action for that. All of that stuff was great. Him and Butcher going back and forth. Butcher kind of reiterating why MM is he's like the heart and the glue of the team.
Yeah, and
Butcher kept fucking that up. And also him teaming up with Starlight and them, doing their thing. Starlight and MM for AK. Good choices. Starlight.
Yeah, good choice. Yeah, Starlight too. I'll be my third choice. Because I was thinking, at first I was thinking between MM and Starlight, but I was like, because I was thinking the Starlight really quick, and I was like, well, she did a lot of bonding and she did a lot of stuff covert, but I didn't really see her impact. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, MM, he's the one that kind of jumped on Soulja Boy and gassed him up. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't get his resolution, but I didn't but nobody got that resolution like like your boy Butcher because he got
True.
that fight 1-on-1. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So, yeah, but those are some good choices. I did.
Yeah.
Those choices.
That was crazy though. How like they did all that where they with Starlight like absorbed all the lights just so she could hit.
That was hard. Yeah,
she could hit Soldier Boy, but it didn't do anything. I was like, what the fuck? Like Soldier Boy is way tougher than I thought he was. He's like Captain America with like Superman levels of strength. Like it's fucking ridiculous.
Right.
But those would be MVPs. But to what's next? I'm thinking the way the show ended with the crowd cheering for Homelander just openly murdering people. And Victoria going into the White House. Now I know in the comic, Homelander for like a little bit he took over the country and became president for like a little bit. And what I think is going to happen is Victoria and that guy, they're going to get in the White House. The boys are going to expose her as the head popper and all of that. And the boys might have to team up with Homelander to take her out. And I think what's going to happen is Homelander's fans are going to be like, yo, this is crazy. We need a real American to lead this country. And they're going to try to elect Homelander as the president. And he's going to have like an actual fan base around him that are like, yes, we want you to be president. And that's going to be like the ultimate ego trip for that guy. And I think that's probably what we're building to for the next season is going to be Homelander. It's either going to be midway through the season or at the end of the season. And then season 5 is going to be them like, oh, fuck. Now Homelander is the president. Like I feel like that's what we're leading to with this series.
Yeah, that's a good guess. I can totally see Homelander being a president. Victoria Newman. The thing that kind of got me with her is she unable to explode Starlight's and Homelander's head? Because she could have easily exploded his head, but she didn't, or couldn't she?
I don't know. She's afraid enough that she's not sure if she can or can't, because she did it a little bit to Starlight and her nose started bleeding. Right. But I don't know if it's enough to actually blow their heads up. But that was also the reason why she made the deal with Homelander to get the compound V for her daughter just in case. So I don't know if she can or can't, but she's probably going to be willing to try it. But as a backup, she gave her daughter the compound V and shit. So
yeah, what was that about? Because her daughter's mixed. Is that why, like mixed blood with the Compact V users, and that's why she needed Compound V? Or
I think she did it. I think she did it to give her daughter protection, because like Ryan was born with powers, and I'm assuming maybe her daughter was born and didn't have powers. So as like a backup plan, she needed the V. That's a good point. I'm assuming her daughter didn't have powers, and that was the reason why. Because like I said, Ryan was born, he had his powers, so. Maybe it skips certain people. It's not always transferred through birth, but and then of course Edgar. I think Edgar's coming back.
He's coming back. Yeah,
I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with Maeve, because she's a friggin' pirate now. And,
right.
I mean, she's gonna peace out, but Homelander is not gonna let her get away if he finds out that she's alive. And you remember he had threatened that he wanted to harvest her eggs, and I don't know if he got around to doing that. Which that was a wild moment where he was like, I'm not going to kill you. I'm just keeping you alive. And he's just like, if anything happens to you, I hope we could have a kid, and I'm going to harvest your eggs and all of that. I was like, yo, this dude Homelander is out of control.
Yo, that's kind of like the whole abortion situation that's popping off. You know what I'm saying?
Low key, and once again, this was filmed before the fucking Roe v. Wade shit.
That's crazy.
It's fucking crazy. This show is just it is relevant as hell. I'm like, they wrote this shit 2 years in advance, and then it's hitting as soon as the show dropped. All this shit is hitting. I'm like, God damn. It's almost like you need a crystal ball, but then you kind of don't. At the same time. Right. It's fucking crazy. But that's right. That's another thing. Yeah, Ian said he wasn't gonna make it back. His shit is fucked up on him or whatever. So, but enjoy him. Yeah, enjoy him for hopping in. Yeah, absolutely, AK. But So I think what's another? Any other thing we kind of missing on? I think we done hit pretty much all the main things.
Do you want to see more of HEROGASM? Do you want to see like Freaknik? Do you want to see next year's HEROGASM?
Oh God. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. That shit was funny. One of the funniest bits though was when Huey went in there and that random dude walked up to him and whispered something, and he's like, "Oh my," he's like, "I'm giving my asshole a break." That was great.
He was real polite about it too.
He was real polite about it. Yeah, that was the best. He's like, "No, I'm not." He's like, "No, I'm giving my asshole a break right now." I was like, "That is fucking hilarious." And of course the what was the other thing? There was a weird dude with the ice dildo. That was crazy.
Yeah, did you see how Starlight was looking at that? Starlight was like, yeah, she was getting turned on.
Starlight, Starlight was. You could kind of, how she was brought up. You could kind of tell she was grossed out, but she was also kind of like, huh,
you know,
like just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah, no, that was a wild, because I know you saw it on Twitter how they was hyping the hell out of HEROGASM, and I was like, and it was good, but it didn't shock me as much as that thing with Termite. Yo, hey, yo, what up? Hey, it's RJ. What up, man? What's up, bro? Happy to see you. But shit. Now people popping in. We are about to shut this shit down. What was another? There was another thing that they did that really had me dying. The Deep had the TV movie with Billy Zane. That was a good bit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He had it early on. That was very early on. Yo, what's up, RJ? Yeah, that was very early on where he was doing the book tour for him getting out of the cult and shit. Which I thought was a great. It's a number we're going. Hey, there's no problem. No problem with that. There's no problem with that. You hopped in. That's cool. What was I'm trying to think? AK brought it up earlier. The thing where Soulja Boy was jerking off in front of the old ladies with the maids.
I remember that. Yeah. Like, get back to work, legend.
Get back to work. Yeah. And that was another thing with Soulja Boy. I liked how he came off as crazy, but he wasn't too off.
PTSD.
Yeah, with the PTSD and but the whole bit where they were dealing with Mindstorm and they ran into the nun and the priest, and he shot the priest, and he was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He was like, "Nah, this dude's mind controlled by Mindstorm. I know what I'm talking about." And then the nun hops on him and tries to choke him out. I was like, "Yo, this shit is too much."
Or we kept walking. He'll walk and be like, "What'd you say?"
Yeah, right.
We didn't say anything. We didn't. Oh, okay.
He's like, oh, okay, yeah. I love, no, he was great. I love the bit where he's like, I can track him down myself. I don't need your help. He's like, do you know what GPS and all of this other stuff? He's like, you made that up. He's like, nah, bro. It's like, nah, bro. You are out of the loop, man. But he was still kind of on it at the same time. So, like I said, Soulja Boy, I thought he was going to be a lot worse. I mean, like I said, he was terrible. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
He was a piece of shit. But I thought he was going to be. I guess once you do, evil Nazi bits, you can only go with so far. I guess at that point, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to front. I thought he was going to be the opposite. Before, like when they got him out, I thought when he was roaming the streets and all of that, I thought he was going to have a more Captain America.
You thought he was going to be MCU Chris Evans? Was just like, oh, this is great,
yeah. Because think about it,
my guy's the president, sure, yeah. I'm all with that. The goddamn well. If Captain America was real, he would have been looking like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, because I totally thought he was going to be more sympathetic. He's going to be a good guy, but his problem is he has an exploding problem. You know what I mean? So I thought oh, okay, and they're going to view him as the bad guy, even though he's good. Totally threw me for a loop, man. Yeah, and I enjoyed it.
That was another thing with they explained that he was experimented on, but how did the Russians get that? I don't know, that energy or that combination that allowed him to take away people's compound V and cause those explosions. I don't know if that's going to be explored more. Potentially, like I said, if they bring back Black Noir, maybe he could come back and have that same power. I don't fucking know. But They did leave things open where he's put in the containment unit. Like what I said, I was surprised that him and Queen Maeve didn't die. But
right. I hope they have more villains. I want to see like actual like a villain fight. Maybe that's the MCU or the
You want
DCU in me.
Yeah.
But this one time, because they did it once, I think in the first season, and I think Homelander came and took the guy out instantly. I think he was like in the Middle East somewhere, and he was like making things explode.
Oh, the super terrorist. Well, yeah, but that's the thing though. The super terrorist was Homelander. He created him. You remember remember he stole the Compound V and gave it to the different countries, and then they started experimenting with it. Because the only countries that had it, I guess, was America. And I guess now that I think about it, Soldier Boy going to the Russians, they were able to copy it out of his body. So yeah, but like Homelander was the one that gave it away. Yeah, they could do that, but yeah. You want more of the Dawn of the Seven type stuff.
I would love to see them. I would have loved to have seen them in action. You know what I'm saying? Like in a real situation, just one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. That was a cameo. I think it was the first episode when they had the movie and they had what's her name? God damn it! They had Charlize Theron. They had Charlize Theron as a Stormfront in the movie. That was funny, and that was even funny after seeing fucking Multiverse of Madness. I'm like, damn, she is everywhere. Charlize Theron is everywhere now. This shit is ridiculous. But yeah, you know what? I think that's a good enough. We didn't talk enough about the show. Great. Can't wait for the next season. I think they should probably end it at 5. I think 5 should probably be where they should shut it down at. Give it a nice cap at the end of the show. I don't see this as one of those shows that goes on. Say like what's the show? Supernatural. I don't see this like Supernatural. This shit goes on for 20 years. I don't see this show lasting that long. But
great thing you brought up Supernatural, because didn't they have like some supernatural ties to this? Yeah.
Because the guy that's one of the producers, the main producer, produced Supernatural. And apparently there was some callbacks to this show. I didn't watch Supernatural that much to get all the callbacks, but
right.
If you're a fan,
was the Soldier Boy on Supernatural?
Yeah,
He
was. I don't remember. He was the older brother. I just know that much.
Got you.
Yeah, so that was. Yeah, great fucking show. So yeah, that's just the. What would you grade it? I guess I know you like the grades. What would you grade?
What would I grade this? Oh man, I'm gonna have to go with. I don't want to use that one, but Ian said he liked it. I'm gonna use it just for Ian. I'm gonna give it 9.5. Cum shots on your jacket.
That's God damn it. Okay. All right.
But mercy. I don't know.
Right. Jesus. Well, if you're gonna go that, I'm gonna give it 10 out of 10 ice dildos. How about that?
Oh, okay. There you
Let's go with that. There we go. 10 out of 10 ice dildos. We'll do that. Because this like we said earlier, this is one of those shows that gets better with each season. And the budget increases, the acting increases, the writing increases, and it's good shit. Hopefully they can keep it rolling. And another thing I forgot it just popped in my head. What was her name? Crimson Countess, where she was doing the OnlyFans thing, and Seth Rogen was the guy on the other side of the camera.
Oh, yeah, that was funny. Yeah, isn't he a writer? Isn't he a writer for this?
He's one of the producers. He's one of the producers. Yeah,
okay.
So that was
good.
That was a wild cameo right there. I was like, God damn it, dude. Holy shit.
Nice. It was good seeing him. It's been a minute since we've seen him too. Then I've seen him. So
that was a wild moment. But I guess we could wrap it up now. We've come to the end. If for anyone watching live or in the playback, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And Critical, let the people know where they can find you.
All right, you can hit me up at Critical Blue Reviews on Instagram, Critical with a K, as you see There we go. Mm-hmm. And you can hit me up on Critical Blue Reviews on Twitter and Critical Blue on Facebook. And just Google my name, Critical Blue Reviews. It's mostly a podcast. I haven't gotten to the YouTube yet. BrogiNaric is slowly introducing me to the YouTube channel, so I appreciate it. But yeah, just hit me up there for right now, and soon you might be seeing me on YouTube. So that's what's up.
Yeah. All right. And I am your gracious host, BrogiNaric. All things BrogiNaric, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. You can find me there. Liking these streams, people seem to be enjoying them, which is awesome. And I might be doing, because Comic-Con is next week, so I might do like a pop-up stream just randomly bullshitting about Comic-Con. That's gonna be like a lot more just freeform or whatever. So I might do something like that next week. So I thought I was gonna do something for the movie Nope that's coming out, and then I realized, like, oh wait, no, Comic-Con. Everybody's gonna be talking about Comic-Con, so I should probably just do something about Comic-Con.
And that's next weekend, right?
Next weekend. Yeah, it's this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So yeah, that's why we're getting all them damn MCU alleged leaks and shit. So
have you ever thought about going to one of those?
Yes, and then the pandemic happened, and I don't think I'll be going to any of those any time, because people would get sick. People would get sick automatically off a regular con. So I don't know. Yeah, I'd probably go to what's the joint in Atlanta? Is it DragonCon? DragonCon. Yeah, I would like to go to that. I don't know if I'm gonna fly all the way out to see San Diego, because Comic-Con ain't been the same for a while, but now that Disney and Warner Brothers are allegedly doing their own events at the cons now, maybe it'll bounce back. But I would love to go to what's the D23? The Disney thing where they just do all the Disney shit. I'd rather go to that, because that's where all the big shit will be dropping. So that's the way I'd rather be at than fucking San Diego. But anyway,
gotcha.
Yeah.
I might try to hit it up long, especially since it probably boosted back up again. But if it's less people, that'd probably be the best time to hit it.
You're right about that. You absolutely right about that. That's something else to consider. But let's wrap this up. Everybody listening, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more. All right. Peace.
And
we end it.